Hey guys, Barry Bolio, Sandia BMW, General Manager. Here with my marketing manager.
Yeah, Cameron.
Cameron, what do we got going on today? It looks like we're with Jim Guthrie and first annual Supernationals.
Yep, and we're excited to be here. Big thanks to Jim for involving us and getting involved with his June 14th show. And we got ourselves and a couple of our brands being represented there, and so it should be a pretty good weekend. And I'm excited for it. And let's see what you have to say about that.
Well, again, yes, thank you to Jim and the team for the invite. We're going to bring out a couple different things with multiple brands at the dealership. We encompass BMW, Mini, and Motorrad, which would be BMW motorcycles. So we're going to have a wide variety of vehicles, 2- and 4-wheel, out at this event.
Yep, and we're excited for it. We definitely think BMW is changing the game right now with some of the things they have going on. It's a pleasure, and I think you would agree, Barry, to represent that brand. But Mini's bringing a lot to the table. They're giving us some specials and some financing options that are on par with some of those domestic carriers like Toyota and Chevrolet, and that Mini is one hell of a car. And as far as the bikes go, I think they're number one in the game, man. I love the BMW bike cycles. So,
yeah, BMW S1000, RR, M1000. We're going to have a couple cool bikes out there. Mini is completely revamped their brand over the past year and a half, and it's good to see those different variations in the marketplace. But I would say the big call out here is our BMW brand, BMW cars and SAVs, and the models that we have and that are going to be representative are by far probably the most cutting edge out there in the marketplace, not just with technology but with design. So I'm looking forward to seeing the crowd's response on some of these cars. And get some feedback from the general public on what they think about not just BMW but Mini and Motorrad.
absolutely. Yeah, I think we had a good conversation and a lot of, I guess we'll say good and bad conversations about our grills when we came out with some of those. And I think in person now, a lot of people are really seeing that cutting edge design that's a sexy car in person. And so I'm excited to kind of bring that to light. A lot of people are really looking at the 4 Series and it's selling and we see it. So I'm excited for some people to check that, but not just in the bracket of BMW, Mini, and Motorrad, but we got a little more involvement with a new subcategory we have, which is Sandia Supercars. So you want to talk about a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, no, I think on top of what we do at the dealership that, is brand centric, we've really stepped out of our comfort zone and trying to elevate the car culture in not just Albuquerque but in New Mexico. And what's allowed us to do that is supercars. And supercars, I guess, for lack of better terms, allow you a broader swath of the market in the sense of attention. I feel like there's a lot of brand recognition with BMW and Mini and Motorrad, but when you introduce supercars to the mix, especially in New Mexico, where I feel like we don't get to see those a whole lot. They're there, they're out there. We know they're in town, but they're not out often enough. Again, I think this allows us to introduce ourselves to a different part of the public that may not recognize who exactly we are. So with the supercars that we've been able to acquire and stock at the dealership, it's allowed us to be able to grow that part of our business. More importantly, like I said before, help grow the car culture, not just in Albuquerque, but in New Mexico as a whole.
Absolutely. No, I would ditto all of that. I think what we're bringing to the table right now is a culture that I guess we're not used to here. We really haven't gotten a chance to see more exotic, a more luxurious. And not just that, I think you see on our third Saturday of every month, we're putting together Wheels and Coffee, and we have a background to that's just unmatched here. We've got a lot of loyalty. We got a lot of love going on at that event. We're happy to do it. We're happy to put the bikes on display, the cars on display, and then, like I said, giving some of those guys a little more exclusivity with the supercars and their exotic cars has been a lot of fun, and just creating a whole new scene here, I guess, that I don't think a whole lot of people have noticed in Albuquerque, and it's got to be pretty cool when we're going out of town and people are chit-chatting about it in those Dallas, Phoenix, Scottsdale areas, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you just hit it right there. You know, a lot of our surrounding states, I guess you say, have always benefited from a culture like that, just because there's a lot of different conditions, economic and probably one of the bigger part of it. But Arizona, Texas, Colorado, Nevada all seem to have a pretty strong presence, and I always felt over the years with as many supercars that we have in town, exotics, cars out of the normal realm. I always felt like it was on somebody, and more importantly on us, to be able to bring that to market and let other people enjoy it. And I think that allows those people who have those cars a little bit more comfort in being able to come together at an event that allows them to showcase cars in a good setting, right? And like you said, every third Saturday, our Wheels and Coffee event, I think, allows us to do that, and allows us to not just grow our brand, introduce our brand, but it allows us, again, harken back to what I keep saying, allows us to focus on the car culture of New Mexico, because I think that's the important thing here is getting like-minded individuals together and enjoying cars, no matter what cars they are, and it could be 2 or 4 wheel. So that's what I really like and enjoy, or get enjoyment from, is that Wheels and Coffee event every third Saturday.
Oh yeah, and you know what excites, I guess, us and the dealership is the growth behind it. There's so much opportunity that we're carrying and leveraging with that. Not just at the Cars and Coffee, but in the event and partners that we get involved with. There's a lot of charitable, a charitable scene going on. So we're excited to do it for, ALS, Make-A-Wish, Children's Cancer, just a lot of those ones. And we have some things coming up with them as well. So we're excited because it creates this growth that doesn't just carry towards us, but it carries towards them as well. Yeah. And so we're excited to see how much we can leverage that, and where that may take us, and where that may take them.
Yeah. Well, one thing I'm glad of that you brought that up. I mean, it's good to talk about the things we're trying to build and the partnerships we're forging, and the car culture that we're creating. But what you brought up is a bigger part of what, I believe our mantra is at the dealership, and that is to give back to your community, and partnering with folks like ALS, Make-A-Wish, Children's Cancer Fund, American Lung Association, Juliet Eye Institute. That allows us to not just connect with folks, but to show our commitment that we have to our community, and it becomes bigger than of course cars. It becomes something that makes a difference in people's lives. So if you can bridge that gap between those two things with cars, I think that's a fantastic thing. As I hate to say, I feel like everybody loves cars. Mm-hmm. And I think when you can bring those two things together for a good cause, I think it's amazing. And we look forward to doing that in the future, more and more, partnering with nonprofits to help drive success for them.
Yep, and it's great. And just seeing, just one example is like the children. I mean, they're ahead.
Make-A-Wish, yeah.
Oh, it's insane. I mean, just letting them just check out these cars. We get so used to it. I mean, me and you jump in 200 cars a day, and just when they're at the store, if their mom or their dad's getting the vehicle serviced, or they're around for cars and coffee or something like that, and they're checking out these cars, and you're unlocking it to throw a sign in it or something, they say, can I sit in it? And it's like, wow. And you change that kid's entire day just by sitting in one of these cars, and then you start talking about what we're doing here and what we're doing there, and it's crazy because we are almost projecting the kids' future. I mean, they turn around, they say like, well, I want to do this and I want to do that, and it's bringing success to them, and it's just really cool to see how that brightens them up, and it's a pleasure to do it on our end, I think.
Yeah, you got to remind yourself daily that you take some of these things for granted, being around these type of vehicles every day, and it's great to be able to see young, I would say men and women, girls and boys come to the dealership and be able to enjoy the same things we get to enjoy every day. I wish those were things that I was able to do when I was younger. You don't always have access to this, and the more access you can give, the more introduction those folks get to our business, and more introduction to the culture, and of course, more importantly, the nonprofits that we support. So it's fun to see the collaboration. It's fun to see the support. It's fun to see the people come out, and it's fun to see how this has grown into a pretty, I would say, for us, probably the largest event that we do monthly or even yearly.
I would agree. Yeah, and I think that it influences a stellar mindset in our workplace as well. I think amongst the employees and amongst the employees' friends, families, and everything during that event, it bleeds to them. I think it really does increase productivity. It increases the whole overall employee mindset, and just being at our store, I think it's just it's a good feeling. And I can't say that for all stores here, and it's happening with ours. So I feel happy with everybody, and just beyond doing events like that, we do a lot of employee give back, and our workplace just in general has just got a mindset that I guess I'm not familiar with in a lot of other places. So it's pretty enjoyable, and I really like, just seeing, I guess, my other employees' faces as well. So.
Well, it's fun to break the mold in the proverbial car business, and what that allows to do, or I hope will allow other people to do, is follow suit, and be able to have the same interactions and community involvement as we do, because I would say the more the merrier when it comes to what we're talking about right now. I don't think there's enough of it, and I think we need more of it, especially in our spectrum, right?
All right. Well, I got a little curveball for you there, Barry. Let's hear your top 3 movie cars.
Top 3 movie cars?
Yep.
Oh, you're killing me, bro. Okay, so top 3 movie cars. Eleanor, Gone in 60 Seconds. Obviously, that's one.
Solid choice.
Bullet, Mustang,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a little bit old school.
Mm-hmm.
And, I got to go with something that comes from the heart and soul here, BMW Z8 in 007.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I know he's had a couple of cars there, but Aston Martins, DBs, things like that, but the Z8 really stands out.
Oh, those are solid choices. I think for me, I'm going to go Aston Martins. Just the Aston Martins in the entire 007 lineup. Every single one. If we're dating back just to the 60s, all the way new, money. Love them all. Second, I'm going to go 69 Mach 1 in John Wick.
Okay.
Man, that car was an icon.
Yeah, that's totally.
I think a lot of people saw that one and was like, dang, that little gas station scene set the tone of the entire movie right there. And then third, I'm going to go with another lineup of just the Camaros and Transformers. I think it was like Chevy's best marketing that they could have ever done.
They did.
Yeah.
Totally agree. They did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. I'm going to throw one more out there. I know it's not a movie, but I'm going to go Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
The General Lee. Dude, talk about an iconic car. And we can leave it at that. I know it's not a movie, but you got to throw that in there somehow.
I agree. I totally agree.
Cameron, thanks for joining me today, and look forward to seeing everybody on the 14th at the first Supernationals with Jim Guthrie.
Yep, excited to be there.